All right, it's been quite a while since Manjaro's made a release, and just the other night they released 0811, and so I decided, okay, it's time for me to rebuild mCOLe, or Manjaro Cup of Linux Edition. What's different in this release? Well, we've got a new login screen here. Now, something I want to show you, and this is very important because I know we're going to see a lot of people mentioning this on the forum. Once you freshly install mCOLe on your system, you're going to be presented with a new login screen. You'll put in your password, and then you're going to see there's a KDE icon down here. By popular demand, you guys wanted me to include kwin in this build, so not only do you have Compiz in this build, but kwin is also available. I had to install the KDE base workspace, and that of course gives you a scaled down KDE Plasma desktop. Now, my focus was on XFCE, so I didn't theme it, but you do have KDE for those of you who want to tinker with it. Alright, so you will click this KDE icon after you install this and select XFCE session, and then you can go ahead and log in. Okay, now that we've logged in, you're greeted with this welcome screen as always. On your desktop, you have the beginner's guide. If you're new to mCOLe or Manjaro Cup of Linux Edition, you might want to read through this. And of course, you'll probably want to come on IRC to get some support, or you can just use our forum at cupoflinux.com. I prefer that if you do run this distribution and you need support for it, please come on to the forums at Cup of Linux rather than using the Manjaro forums, because, well, the folks at Manjaro really don't know what I did with their distro, and so it's just better if you come on my forum to ask your questions, and myself and my staff will be happy to assist you. Okay, really, what has changed in this version versus 0810? Well, we do have kwin now, as I mentioned. Power icon, clock. You have the update manager, and I noticed they really fixed this up a lot. Anytime there's an update to an AUR package or any kind of package, this thing turns red now, where it didn't before. You get a volume control, you get network connectivity. This is the fusion icon, and this is how you will access kwin. You can just right click on this, go into select window manager, your choices, Compiz, XFWM4, kwin, and Metacity. I've already shown the Compiz effects in my previous releases, so I'm not going to be demonstrating those today because really they haven't changed. But we can activate kwin, and now you will see we have some kwin going on here. Now, I did not go through setting up the wobbly windows and all of that other stuff because I have a really cool video on kwin on my channel that you can check out. This way you can take it and you can customize it to your heart's content. Right click on your title bar and go into more actions and window manager settings, and then from here the next window that pops up will give you all kinds of options for changing this, and I cover what all these things do in greater detail in my kwin, a great alternative to Compiz video. So that's on my channel. Just do a search for it and you will find it quickly and easily. But you can do all kinds of really cool stuff with this. Nothing has changed in terms of the applications that come bundled with this, other than everything has been updated to the latest snapshot. You get everything you need to get the most out of the system, and these are all applications that Matthew Moore and I cherry-picked, and we picked the best, what we thought to be the best. You have a quick launch to add remove software, bleach bit, which is your system cleaner, a bulk renamer, Clementine for managing your music, Firefox, we'll get to that in a moment. You get a calculator, hex chat for going on IRC, Mumble, for interacting through voice chat. Play on Linux is also included with this. Great for those of you who need to get those Windows applications working. You have a screenshot utility, a task manager, Thunderbird for managing your mail. Zane is your menu editor. And then, of course, XFburn. All right, and then you get Steam, and then there is a new compatibility mode. So they have two different versions. So if you're having problems running one particular game, you can try using the other version to see if you can get those games and programs working. There are a bunch of other really cool features that they threw in and fixed that. Pinta for editing your images, Shotwell for managing photos, and View Noir for just viewing your graphics. Okay, you get a few little tools here. Pigeon for all your instant messaging needs is included with this. Deluge, which happens to be my favorite BitTorrent client, so we couldn't do without that one. Multimedia, you get Player, and I also have an icon for it here on the panel. Audacity for editing your music, and a bunch of other fun little things thrown in here. The full LibreOffice suite comes with this, along with Orange Calendar and Global Time, and a dictionary. All of your system settings are located right here, but you also have an icon right here that you can click on, and everything you need for configuring the system with the inclusion of the Manjaro Settings Manager. And let's go ahead and put in our password for that one. And this will give you additional options. So now, a lot of the things that I was posting, solutions for by typing in commands in the terminal, you can pretty much do it right here. Okay, so you've got, you can manage your kernels here. So now you can pretty much do everything that you want in the Manjaro system without ever having to open a terminal. It's got a hardware detection tool, your keyboard settings. You can manage your user accounts, the time and date, notification settings, kernels, language packages. Everything is here, and they've made it super easy for people to use. But if you do need to access your terminal, I put a convenient little button on the screen right here, which will open up your terminal. And of course, it's themed the Spatry way. And so yeah, that looks kind of cool. So if you ever need to issue any commands, this is where you will do it. Clicking outside of the window will close it. Pressing F12 on your keyboard will drop that terminal down for you. How cool is that? Love it. Okay, and then of course Firefox really hasn't changed other than it has been updated. It has everything you need for getting support on this distribution. Your homepage, you're presented with a custom search, and we also have the troubleshooter. And this is a really neat program because if you're looking for support for something, let's say you're looking for Broadcom drivers, it will pull all of the Arch-based websites so that you can find solutions to any problems that you may be having. Very handy indeed. Quick launch to Google. You have the Arch Wiki available to you. I highly recommend that you read through this because this is a great learning tool. You'll notice there's a percentage bar in the upper right corner when you're scrolling the pages instead of having a scroll bar. Instead, I'm using the mouse wheel, or you can use the up and down arrow keys in Firefox. If you don't like that feature, that's just a personal preference here. You can go into Firefox here and then go into add-ons. I think it's under user styles. You can just disable the scroll bar hidden, hide scroll bars totally. You can just disable that and then it'll put the scroll bar back if you decide you want that. I think it looks cool without the scroll bar. But to each their own, I suppose. Okay, and then of course you have links to everything else that you would need for this distribution, such as the Manjaro Wiki, the Manjaro website, Steam for getting your game on, WineHQ. The Linux distro community is a great place to ask your questions. You can catch me on G+, you can catch me on YouTube. And I realize that I haven't been posting a lot of videos, but I am working on a Cup of Linux reboot. And basically what we're going to be doing there is I'm going to be bringing some new stuff to the table on my show, and I don't want to spoil the surprise for you guys, so you're just going to have to wait till I'm ready to roll those changes out. Okay, and then of course we have a link to cupoflinux.com where you can pop on in here and you can get support for this distro. And all the download links for this will be available. Click here for the release announcement, and everything you need to know about the distro is also included in here. This video you're watching right now will appear here, yada yada yada. So pretty much that's what I've got for you guys. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on this. I had a lot of fun making this. I'm hoping for the next release that I can include KWin5. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to behave properly in VMware nor VirtualBox. So I just decided to opt for KWin4 at this time because I know a lot of you wanted it, so here it is. So yeah. Well, that is all I have on this, so please be sure to give this a download if you want to give this a shot, and be sure to give me and my staff some feedback on this so that we can keep making this better for you. And if you find this is something that is very useful to you, please consider supporting future development. Well, that's all I have for right now. My next video will be a Manjaro roundup video where I will be covering not only the major, releases, but I will also cover some community releases as well. So I'm hoping to have that done within the next few days. That's all I have for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.